Hello, this is Jessica Fox from Florida Virtual Bookkeeper, and today I want to talk to you about an implementation that you can put into your practice that will save you lots of time, and that is to use online scheduling. So why bother with it? Well, you probably had this pain point where there's time wasted trying to schedule appointments with your prospects. Somebody contacts you saying, I'm interested in your service, and you may reply saying, sure, when are you available to meet? And then starts this back and forth dance of trying to find a mutually convenient time. Depending on the person, it can be very time consuming. How about Tuesday morning? No, that doesn't work. Friday afternoon? No, that's not good. It is not only inconvenient, it's distracted, and the longer it draws out, it can feel frustrating. And you do not want to get off on that note with your prospects. Same with your clients when they're trying to meet with you to discuss anything that they need about their services and their finances. So the amount of time that it took me to set this up years ago was so worth it in the amount of time savings that I have gotten since then. Not only does it save me time, but I'm also less distracted because I am not stopping my work to see, oh, this person is not available at the time I proposed. Let me propose a different time. Or to answer the phone and drop what I am doing to answer questions, because now my clients and my prospects know that the best way to get my undivided attention is to get on my calendar. This is a great thing, not just from the perspective of being very efficient and professional in the eyes of your clients, but also in your internal efficiency. So there's lots of options for online scheduling, so many apps. The most popular ones for bookkeepers that I've seen are Calendly and Acuity Scheduling. They both get the same core job done, but they do have some slight differences in how it looks like, the user interface, and the type of features that they offer. But both of them get the job done very well. There are other apps available as well. Some of them include Meetingbird, Book Like a Boss, Visita, Square Appointments, Setmore. There's tons of them. So there shouldn't be any excuse about I couldn't find an app, because I'm pretty sure that there is the right one for you out there. Many of them offer a free tier. So if your needs are basic or you're just getting started, you do not need to worry about it being another expenditure or being able to afford it. You can get started on this for free. You only need to look into a paid plan once you're getting more advanced and need additional features. That is how I got started. So the only excuse is you taking the first step. So this is what it would look like for the client. This is a sample from Meetingbird. If you go to my website right now and you are interested in learning more about my services, it's actually one of the first things that you see in the front page. Is there's a button that says schedule a meeting. It will take you to this calendar where they can select the date, scroll down and select the time that works for them. It will take them to a different screen where it asks them some questions. They confirm. The appointment is automatically in my calendar. And this app checks my calendar in real time. So if I am scheduling something in my calendar at the same time that the person is about to go on my website, it will reflect that appointment that I had just entered. So that time will no longer be available. And that's something very important when you're choosing. You want something that checks your availability. And that is a mistake that I had made when I have first gotten started. I had picked an app because it was the first free one that I found. I set up my schedule, but it was not checking my calendar in real time. And then there was the problem with getting conflicts. So this is something that you want to keep in mind. Another thing that I really love about this is when somebody emails me saying, hey, when can you meet? I am able to insert meeting times into the email. I do have on my email signature, automatically it says, click here to schedule a phone call. But something that I like is sometimes a client or a prospect may have different needs. That may need their availability may not fit the pre-configured meeting times in my calendar. So I am able to ad hoc create meeting times that I pick and choose on the slide, on the spot, and just add them to my email, send it to them from their email. They just tap the one that they like and get it done that easily. Not all of the apps offer this option, but for me, this is a must-have feature. This is a screenshot from Meetingbird, but Calendly and others offer this as well. So the first thing before you get started is check your current app stack. A lot of CRMs have some form of scheduling built in. For example, I use 17 Hats. They have scheduling built in. The only reason a lot of people ask me why aren't you using it is because it's a fairly new feature and I have been doing online scheduling for years. So I already had a solution that was working for me and I haven't had the need to invest the time in switching over when my current solution works very well. But if you don't have a solution right now, do take the time to look at the features in your current app stack. So I notice this a lot. We sign up for things, we forget what they include, or we may have signed up for one specific feature and didn't pay attention to the other features. So you may already have scheduling available. Take a look at that before you choose one of the other choices, or you can choose whatever you like. You're not committed to using the option in your app stack, just like 17 Hats gives me scheduling, I don't use theirs. Now, how to choose? You need to decide on your must-have features. What is the most important thing for you to be able to do with this app? Not all of them have all of the features that you need. For me, and this is why I included here, I want to make sure it has a two-way sync with the calendar. Some apps, and I mean, they have evolved, but 4 or 5 years ago when I was first looking, some of them will look at the calendar once but not write into it, or it was not instant. There's just little things like that that when we're moving in such a fast-paced world, we need the data to be synced immediately. The moment somebody books in my calendar, when I have my Google Calendar here, it's there. It shows up immediately, and that time is no longer available for anybody else. That's important to me. Another feature that is important to me is being able to build those ad hoc meetings. So, for example, my current meeting times are Monday through Friday between 10 and 4 p.m. I don't like any early morning meetings. I don't want any late evening meetings. I don't want any meetings on weekends. But sometimes things happen and I want to be flexible, and maybe I want to schedule an evening meeting. I want to be able to create that on the slide without too much hassle. So that was a must-have feature for me. You may want to have multiple meeting links. I have a bunch. If you're just getting started, I recommend you just create one. I started with a discovery call one because that was the most popular one, but now I have discovery call, onboarding call, quick client question, current client meeting, virtual coffee with other accountants, because that way I can configure different parameters for each one of those. With some, it automatically creates a Zoom meeting. For others, it's going to be by phone. Some of them will have custom questions, like for example, for a discovery call, I like to get some information in advance from that prospect to get the call off to a first start and to even know if it's worth our time talking. So I would ask them about their industry, their accounting software. If it's somebody that's using QuickBooks Desktop and I am fully virtual, there's no point in wasting time in a phone call. I can let them know, I do not support desktop. Here are some people that do. So once again, this is a feature that's important to me. It may be important to you. Also, some platforms allow you to collect payments. If you're the type of person that only does paid sessions, that can save you the time from invoicing separately and waiting for the payment. Your prospect or client can do everything at once. It's less work for you, less work for them. You look amazingly organized and efficient, and everybody wins. So think about those nice to have features. what are the type of things that you would like your scheduler to do, and then make a list so that way when you're researching the options, you can choose the one that fits your needs the best. For me, I always say bonus points for email integrations and creating ad hoc meetings. Like I show you, that is something that I use a lot. So I would not want to pick a solution now that does not offer that because I am spoiled by it. If you don't have it, you haven't known what you're missing, but trust me, once you get used to it, you will miss it too if you didn't have it. So those are some of the things that I feel are important in your selection. The good news is all of these apps, many of them, I think all of them, have a free level and they include a free trial, usually about 2 weeks for you to test the premium features. And there is no reason why you cannot sign up for all of them at once. You can connect your calendars to all of them at once. There's no big deal. I mean, even though I show you a sample in Meetingbird, I still have valid Calendly links because I used to use Calendly before. I have some book like a boss link. And so try a couple, pick 2, no more than 3. See which one works best for you. I would love to know in the comments which one was your winner. What did you think? What have you been using now? If you have any questions or comments, I am only an email away. Jessica@floridavirtualbookkeeper.com. Have a great day.